Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Cyrus, and I have a few things to say. One of those things is I have noticed that what modern feminism has done, as it has made it okay for women to do all the terrible things that were done to them, or supposedly done to them, morally acceptable to do to others. So, as a woman, if I were a woman, it would be okay for me to be extremely sexist and rude to a man. Because that's how my gender has been treated for, blah, 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 blah. Do you not see the hypocrisy? Do you not see the fucking vanity? Do you not see the problem in the fact that you are making it okay to enforce the same stereotypes and behavior that oppressed you? But no, it's okay to do it to men because, white privilege. They've had thousands of years in control. So it's naturally your turn to do the same thing, to hurt and manipulate and take advantage of and destroy and just negatively impact men and their lives because you feel slighted by some imaginary entitled bullshit. That if you were actually serious about equal rights and loving your fellow man or woman or just making actual progress as a species would be completely outrageous? Does it not hit you fucking people that feminism and this woke culture is inherently sexist and racist and debilitating to our society? It divides the sexes just as much as they've always been, maybe not, maybe more. I mean, think about it this way. As a man, I'm not the person who founded this country. I didn't enslave any black men. I've never been racist or in any way inhibited my fellow man or woman from doing their jobs. If anything, I've been supportive. I have been accommodating to this crazy nonsense that you fucking people think is equality. Because what else are you supposed to do, right? You try to do the right thing. You try to be a better person. But people aren't concerned about being better people nowadays. People are concerned about being pretty and right and righteous. People are more concerned about how they look, what people think about them, rather than being concerned with the fact that the actions that we take towards these people, the kind of brutality of we show people when it comes to sexism is fucked up. I mean, we give just negativity to the world, and that's all it's become. I see so much fucked up stuff in this fucking world. I see so many people thinking they're doing the right thing, But do you really think gender swapping or race swapping roles in movies is gonna make a difference? No. It's make-believe. It's always been make-believe. You fucking people are stupid. Fucking change the real world. Be aware of the real world. Twitter doesn't matter. Twitch doesn't matter. Facebook doesn't matter. What matters is how you treat the people around you in your life. If you are respectful and kind and honest and accommodating and patient with the people around you, that's what should matter. Not that you're a male or that you're white or that's pretty much it. It's fucked up. It's disgusting. And I really think that people need to realize that what we do as a group, as a species, as a culture, for the next 20 years is gonna make or break the human race. Like, we're either gonna just go extinct, or we're going to come together and persevere. We're gonna overcome those obstacles inside of ourselves. Individually, socially, economically, we're gonna connect. Or we're just gonna, pretend that we're making progress because we go on Twitter and, rant and rave about sexism and religion and white privilege and all this stupid stuff. Okay? White privilege doesn't matter. It doesn't. There's just as much privileges with other races. Okay? I mean, African Americans, they can say the word nigger. That's a privilege that they have. Privilege that white people don't, because of racism. But there are plenty of privileges that come with each race, so to speak. Are we going to start calling out black privilege, Asian privilege, Yugoslavian privilege, Russian privilege? No, it's just white privilege. It's just white male privilege. As if no one else in history other than white people had privileges or rights or were in any way positively affected by their environment or the people around them or the socio-economic situation. Okay? Western culture has a lot of dumb Westerners believing that racism has been this terrible thing throughout history. But guess what? Rome was founded on slaves. Without Rome, without culture, we wouldn't have the world we have. We wouldn't have highways or concrete or beer or the fucking Constitution or any of those things. The world you get to so graciously take advantage of and spout your fucking nonsense in because you have the freedom to was founded on the backs of slaves. And they weren't black slaves, they weren't Asian slaves, they were white slaves, because nobody gave a fuck about skin color. It was about class. And if you guys are too stupid to understand that classism is the real fucking issue, that there's still a small majority that controls all the power and makes all the fucking rules and manipulates all the circumstances, and you fucking people deserve to run around in circles and destroy your families and your friends and your relationships and all that shit because you think that you're righteous or you think that what you're doing is right, when all you're standing on is a fucking mountain of bullshit that some white guy or Asian guy or black guy, whoever's in power, sitting in a nice room thousands of miles away from you, could care less about. I don't mean to lecture. I don't mean to mansplain. All I mean to do is to tell people that we are all human. We all struggle. We're addicts. We're parents. We're lovers. We're friends. We're rejects. We're depressed. We're happy. We're lost. We're found. We're human. We're just people. And we're doing the best we can. And so to judge someone for doing the best they can simply by their skin, race, religion, sex. And I'm not talking about classic racism, I'm talking about what woke culture does. Like, woke culture is so racist. Like, it's insane. It's like an oxymoron. It's like, in attempting to not be racist and to not be sexist and to not be classist, you guys have embodied all the worst parts of those things. I mean, come on, how can you not see it? How can you not see, like, it's reverse sexism, and that doesn't make it okay. Gender and race swapping people in movies and in plays and in popular culture doesn't make it right. There are going to be historians 1,000 years from now being like, and you could really tell their society had reached a fucking impasse because they were arguing about petty bullshit while their entire culture sustainability collapsed around them. We were too worried about Shang-Chi and him being culturally insensitive. We were too worried about cultural appropriation because people have dreadlocks. We're too worried about people pretending to have accents. We're too worried about, well, this story was originally white, so we're going to make them all black because equality. The glass ceilings have been broken, and you guys can pretend that they weren't. Okay? There have been Asian stars, female stars, male stars. Was it perfect? No. It's never been perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. There's no utopian society. All we can do is to learn how to accept each other for who we are, despite our differences, despite the systems that we've been thrown into. Because I didn't make this system. I, as a white male, didn't make this fucking system. I didn't sit in an office and say, okay, from here on out, white people are going to always have better privileges. I didn't do that. I grew up, I have worked hard and struggled and fought for everything I've had. And just because I'm white doesn't mean I've had it easier. I've had a really fucked up life. Just as fucked up as any other person out there who's black, Asian, African, Zimbabwe, Norwegian, Chinese, Japanese, Dutch, Middle Eastern. Shit happens. We live in an overpopulated rock fucking plummeting through space. Okay, our resources are finite, but our ability to fuck shit up isn't. Our ability to fuck shit up is infinite. So just remember, that if you are going to sit on that high horse and judge someone else, you need to be able to face the fact that you are no better. And that standing on that high horse just makes you an asshole. And assholes get fucked. Don't mean to be lewd, but to quote South Park, that's how it goes. We are people living in a society that is beyond our control. I mean, there's no way I'm going to go to Washington and change the world. You know? It's not going to happen. You have to understand history and cultural significance of societies and collapse of societies. Western culture, which has been prevalent for, over 1,000 years, is finally reaching its end. Who knows what we're going to have next, but there's going to be a whole lot of shit. And I guarantee you what people do on Twitter or Twitch or any of these stupid fucking social media platforms aren't going to matter when you're starving or when there's no resources or when the government's beating down your door and declaring martial law. That's not going to matter anymore. And all you people who like to show off your tits and send dick pics and just all this stupid, selfish, sexist crap that people like to pretend is empowering won't matter anymore. Okay? It's not going to matter. So what? You got a nice ass and a set of tits, but you're in your 20s. Wait till you're in your 30s. Those pictures won't look the same. You can put your shit all over the internet. In 30 years, your kids are going to be masturbating to pictures of you, by the way. If we're still alive. So before you show your tits or your ass or think that your sexuality is somehow empowering because of how you use it, just think that what really matters is how you treat people and how you want to be treated. And if you make yourself an object of sex, you will always be trapped in that sexist view. You will always be judged by your body, by your tenacity as a female or a male, by your hormones, by your pheromones, whatever. You will never be free of the fact that you based your identity on sex, or on sexuality, or on race, or on culture. Once you make that stand, once you put your foot down and say, I'm making a stand for women everywhere, well, guess what? Women everywhere don't give a fuck about what you're doing. You can parade all you like, but guess what? You will forever be out there as a thought, as a person who didn't necessarily understand what they were doing when they were doing it. So just have fun, live your life, don't fuck up, and just take care of the people that you love, and hopefully they'll take care of you. And if they don't, well, welcome to humanity. Welcome to the meat grinder. Welcome to the world. The world is harsh and unforgiving, and the people in it are sexist and racist and culturally insensitive. But that doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean that they're beyond redemption. And it doesn't mean that it makes you better or more enlightened for pretending that you somehow understand or surpass it. You're just a person, like we all are, whether you have money or not, whether your life is perfect or you are in hell every day. We're all people. We have to fucking do the best in a world that's running out of resources and patience and empathy and understanding. Good luck.